Welcome to our DevOps journey where efficiency and innovation converge. In this video, we'll explore the crucial role of Linux commands in DevOps success. Agenda number 1, tar commands. Mastering archiving with tar for efficient data handling. Second, grep commands. Dive into the powerful text searching and pattern matching. Third, find commands. Discover how to locate files, directories seamlessly. And SSH command. Explore the secure remote connection for effective server management. Fifth, set commands. Learn text stream editing for automated file processes. And last but not the least, awk commands. Unleash the power of text pattern scanning and processes. So why master Linux commands in DevOps? Because foundation for managing infrastructure at a scale, vital for deploying containerized apps, orchestrating system processes with ease, and automation to streamline delivery pipelines. So before we begin with the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.
Yeah, hi.
So this is Yash. I haven't received the file which you were supposed to upload it. Staff and I told them about it.
It's there. It's there in the, web page materials.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah,
it's not available actually.
Okay. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, I can.
So you're saying that you are not able to see this particular file, right?
No, that is there. But I'm talking about the key that you were supposed to give me, because okay. So I couldn't practice the whole week because I was unable to launch it, right?
You will not be able to connect to the server, but yes, the launching and all those pretty much you should have been able to do it, because
first things I was able to, but I was unable to launch the server.
Anyways, the thing is that we have to start from today only, the next topic, and also
okay.
Just try to download this file. Just see if you're able to download this one, and
sure.
you are able to connect to the server, and then I'll just delete this file.
I'm able to download it.
Okay, so you downloaded, right? So just try to connect.
Oh, I have to see the video. Where?
No problem. I'll go.
Okay.
I'll tell you. Just open the putty.
Open the. Okay. Load.
Put the IP address here. Put the IP address here. Public IP address. No, don't click on load because I have saved the session. So this is your server only. Put the IP address here. Just get it from the.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, AWS. Just get it from AWS.
So should I not put the key generator in my putty key and then do the whole thing?
No. First, you have to put this particular host name here, and then you have to go here.
Okay. Yeah. So let me give you.
PPT.
Can I give you the control of my screen because I am unable to understand? Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what should I do? So
just click on the EC2.
AWS.
Click on the EC2.
Okay.
Okay. So here the server will be launched, and click on the one running instances.
Okay.
Okay, you have to pick this particular public IP4V public IP.
Yeah.
This is what you would be putting into the putty session. Just open the putty now. No, not putty gen, putty, normal putty.
Oh, okay. Hang on. So the first one?
No, putty. Only putty will come. Okay,
I
I don't think so. It's there. Just download it.
Okay.
It's pretty easy.
Okay. Fine. Let me make you the presenter. Or maybe I can download it.
Yeah, just Google it. Download putty.
If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
So the first one should be fine, right?
Yeah.
So Windows installer minus 64-bit.
64-bit.
If you want to start the class, you can. I mean, I don't want to hold up.
Okay, so just make me the presenter. I think you will be able to connect. Okay, so just two things you have to do. Okay, IP address you have to just put over there, and then then just browse for the key in the SSH, and that's it. It will work.
How should I give you back the presenter? Okay, great.
Okay, so today, yesterday we saw that how how to launch a server, just the initial part only, and now today we are checking it how exactly we are basically working on the things like how the 50 commands. We have consolidated a list of 50 commands which is necessarily for at least the DevOps engineers to be understood. So the person who is already in the virtualization and system administration kind of roles, they will not feel any issues with this one, but yes, we will be able to see this 50 commands as a base for our requirement. So okay, so you are able to see my screen, right? So let's okay, so this is the 50 commands which we are going to discuss about today, and we will be executing each and every command manually also. So I'm using the virtual server. So it's your choice that whether you want to use the virtual machines or or AWS data server. But AWS data server is pretty easy to work, and virtual machines are not that much easy to work. So I have created the virtual machine here, and I will be connecting through the putty to this particular virtual machine. So I'm using Ubuntu 17. So in AWS only Ubuntu 14 and 16 is available, because 17 is not as a fully released version. So there are still some bugs into the operating system which they are working on. So once it's fully released, you can able to use Ubuntu 17. So and all these commands which we are going to discuss today and tomorrow, probably because it cannot be completed in one day. So all these commands are a combination of some inbuilt commands and some software or some package we need to install, and then it will work. But the advantage of these commands is that these commands will be used in all the future topics, all the softwares or whatever the configurations we are doing, different tools we are going to configure. So we will be able to use all these commands there also. So that's the reason why yeah, it's mandatory to work for this one. And post this commands, we will be starting the shell scripting, and you will see that these commands are being used over there also, because shell scripting, the benefit of shell scripting is that it does not have its own syntax. It uses the commands and the variables only to do certain automation tasks. This is done. I will be open to.
On it means AWS, it is asking login ID. So would that be the one what we use? Means to
You want to
enter into AWS?
Yes. So no, that it requires the this one, the server user ID. Like I was logged into this my name ID here, right? So
Right.
similarly, there will be this thing uh, ID for every account. So if you go to the AWS and you have selected that instance right now, right?
Right.
There is a top button called connect button. Click on that.
Yeah.
In the bottom there will be whole SSH command will be there, and there it will be defined that what exactly user is there, because there it will be defined like ssh-server .pem file space ubuntu @ IP address of the server. So initially what we have to do is we have to put in Linux mostly we put the initial password, the initial user which we have got, and then we switch to the sudo user or whatever. So in your case in AWS it will be for Ubuntu, it will be always Ubuntu user, and since I have installed my own operating system, so it's asking for this one. And in Ubuntu also in AWS you have to just simply say that sudo su hyphen, and there it will not ask for password because it's passwordless, but here it's asking for password. So you will do all the task in root only, and when you need it that you need to go to the Ubuntu, you can simply go to the Ubuntu user. So root in your case in AWS, Ubuntu is the sudo user, so from you sudo user you can do whatever task you want to do. So I'll just first upgrade the server and then we'll start with the commands. Okay, now coming back to the document. So the first document or the first command in the document is the tar command. So this command is a predefined or an internal command. We don't require any package to be installed. Any operating system, Linux operating system, if you download, you will see this particular tar file, tar command over there. Now this tar command is only Linux specific, and you cannot use it in Windows because Windows Windows does not understand this particular file format. And one more thing, you must have seen this particular tar file for a lot of resources, and on internet basically they're providing the Linux resource, or any software like putty. Also, if you see an example of putty, so they are providing a Linux source code or Linux executables in the form of tar file only. So tar file is something which is being used by a lot of the Linux environments, and it's only used in the Linux environment. So the funda of tar file is similar to what we use a zip command to execute to make a packaging of a particular folder. So we have a lot of loose files in the file system, or sometimes if we want to transfer something, or if we want to keep a file somewhere. So there are so many loose files that we cannot afford keeping them into a particular folder. So we thought of doing a packaging. So the advantage of tar file is that it will simply package the whole directory, and whatever the subfolders and files will be there in that directory, and we can keep that particular thing into a single file, but it will not do any kind of compression. So for compression we have different tool, but this particular thing is there to create an archive file, and which can be stored for for a backup purpose or any kind of purpose you can store it. So let's see that how exactly this command works. Now there are three operations which we do with this command. First is like create an archive file, then extract the archive file, and then to see the contents of the archive file without extracting it. Just 2 minutes. I'll just prepare the directory structure. Okay. So we have a folder here. Okay, we can use this one or any other folder. So the command tar is the inbuilt command. Okay, so you don't require any kind of uh, any package installation, or any kind of third-party package. So any operating system, like if you go to AWS and launch an instance, by default a tar file will be there. So we have tar file. I want to create the tar file out of this particular script folder, so I can give the script.tar. I'll just type the command and then I'll give you the syntax. So tar is the command, and then we have to use 3 arguments. Now what are these 3 arguments? One is C, B, and F. C means to create a tar file. Okay, and this is the only parameter which will change in the all 3 operations which we are going to do. And so C means create, V means verbose. Verbose means like we will be getting the output at what are the different files which are getting archived, and then the file name of the archive file. So script.tar is something which I want. I can change the path like /temp/script also if I want to place in some other location, and then I have to simply give the script folder name. Yes, Shamik, you raise your hand. No
right.
problem.
So you said, so I have downloaded the putty, right? And then here I'm gonna put what you call the IP address, which is
the IP
address
also,
which is right here.
you can also use the public domain DNS name also, because that will also resolve to IP address only.
Okay, so this is the IP address, and now I have to say means open.
No. On the left side, click on the SSH. Expand that.
Okay.
There is an auth here, because see, you don't have username password to connect to this one, so you will be authenticating using the private key. Click on auth.
Okay. Okay.
And browse for the private PPK file which I shared you.
Okay, great. Okay, now it says login as.
Yeah. So just click on the connect button in AWS. So because why I'm saying is that with the over the period of time, you know, the user is human too. With the over the period of time, with more experience, you will came to know that which in AWS, which server, which operating system having what kind of, you know, user. Now in case of Red Hat, we have root. In case of CentOS, we have EC2-user. So meanwhile, when you know, right now you are just beginner to the AWS, so you can connect to this. You can click on this button like this, connect, and you can get the user detail, what exactly user you have. Okay, so the user which you want to put here is Ubuntu.
Ubuntu?
Yeah.
Which is this one?
Exactly.
Okay, Ubuntu. I think I have to type, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was so used to copy this. Okay,
no
and
problem.
then I'd say.
Now what it says it says it authenticating with public key imported SSH key. So it did not ask you the password. It basically got up you authenticated using the private key, whatever you browsed.
Okay, great. So now I am logged in, right?
Yeah, you can type a sudo su hyphen to switch user to root, because Ubuntu is a sudo user, and you will not have direct root commands. Sudo space have su hyphen.
Su.
No, sudo sudo.
Okay.
Space su hyphen.
Su hyphen.
Su space hyphen.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay. Just press the the arrow key. Su space hyphen. Su.
Sorry. Space hyphen.
Space hyphen. Yeah. Now you are switch to the root user, and whatever the operation you want, you can do it, and whatever the commands we are doing, you can do it.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No problem. You can make me present.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so everyone is here, so fine. So we'll start. Okay, so yeah, so I think everybody is able to see my screen. So yes, so we'll start it from scratch. So today we did not, the attendees who just joined just 2 minutes back only. So we did not do anything today. So we just solved one or two doubts of Yash only. So now today we are going to proceed, because yesterday we saw in the last session we saw that how to launch the instance in AWS. So some of somebody told me that they have the virtualizations servers, and also they will be proceeding with that. But others, are you able to create the AWS account? Any doubts into that?
No, we did not create any account in there. We have to do that.
Okay, please everyone, please do it today itself, because what will happen is today we are going to do like 5 to 10 commands depending on the time which we have. So for practicing those things, if you don't have any local virtual machines or something like that, you definitely require some server to be launched. So you have to launch a t2.micro basic server into the AWS, and then you have to connect to it. So that is very helpful for you to understand the commands on the same day, because there are 50 commands, and you will feel lost, because after this command immediately the shell scripting will work. So it will be, there are a lot of topics will be there in the sessions, and you need to do it, practice these daily, because I'm going to provide you the assignments also on the daily basis. So just try to do it by today, so that if you face any issues by tomorrow, we can solve it, and we can start with the server. Okay. So now I'm starting with the tar command. So tar command is the first command which we have in the document. It's an inbuilt command. We don't require any software, third-party software installation or something like that. It's something which is like in Windows. We know that we can click on any folder. If we click on any folder, and I go to send to compressed zip folder. So this is something which is coming as default. So I do not install any zip folder or something like that. It's by default coming as a default functionality. So that is also tar file is also a default functionality of Linux. It is used to archive the file. Now archive of file means that suppose we are having some folder. Let's take an example of this folder. I have this folder in which I have some shell scripts and the Python scripts, okay, and some moves files. Now I want to archive it into a particular folder. That it should not be happen that every day I have to work on this. I have to keep this folder somewhere, and so anybody can go into this folder and accidentally delete some files. So what I want to do is I want to archive it. Archive means I want to combine all these files into a particular single file, and that I can keep it very safe in some of the folder or anywhere I can keep it there. So that one particular task you want to do. So what you will do is we will use the tar command to make an archive file out of this particular folder. Now the advantage of tar file is that it provides three options. First is that to create a tar file, second is to extract a tar file, and third is to view the tar file without extracting it. So that is three operations which we do on the tar file on the daily basis in DevOps, and this is being used by the Linux administrators also. And now, this tar file will not be in the compressed format. It means that it does not, provide, or it does not, do any kind of compression. So if it is of, if the folder is of 20 MB, the tar file will also be of 20 MB. So the compression and decompression, everything we will do later. There are some other commands like gunzip, vzip2 and all, which will basically do the compression after tar file is created. So fine. So this is tar file is created. So let's create see that how the tar file created. Now I want to create a tar file of this particular folder. So I have the command with me. Okay, tar is the command, and then we have option like -cvf. C stands for create a file. V for verbose. Verbose means that it will list it down what are the different files which are getting added to the tar file, and F means that it's to a forcefully combine. So these are the options, and then the the file name, that what we need to create script or tar file, and what exactly we need to put it into the arguments. In the arguments we can keep a folder, we can keep multiple folders also, like I can give a file also with a particular folder, or whatever the next folders name or file names you will put, it will be simply archived into this particular tar file. So if I execute this one, so what will happen is you can see that there is an output of the files which is getting over here. So these are the files which are basically are part of this archive file, and these are getting added to this particular file here. Script slash, all these folders and files are the other part of the script folder. And when I do ls-lrt, I will see that there is a script.tar file which is created over here, and we can use this particular script.tar file for our internal for transferring this this file to any particular server, or if you want to do upload to somewhere, or you can package. This is kind of a packaging in Linux, so this is called as packaging in Linux. We can package these files into a particular tar file, and we can upload it to any other server. We can transfer it using SSH or whatever the task we have. you can do it. Okay, now this is a file, okay, having this particular complete folder, and you can place it down in the different location. Now if I check the script, so you can see that it did a kind of what do you say that it created a particular archive only, and in the script folder, if you say like do command is to check the usage of a particular folder or file. This command will also come in further topics. So in the script folder, you can check the individual file size also, because it's a combination of files and folders. But script.tar file is a unique file, is a single file which you will be basically using it as an archive file. Now the next operation is, if I use it without V option, so what are the advantage you will what are the output you will get? So you will not see all those files which gets added to the tar file. So that is the difference of verbose and non-verbose thing. Now this verbose command will work with all the commands in Linux. So it's a standard option that lot of commands, even third-party commands, also support -v verbose mode to be to show the output of a command or any kind of processing. So you will keep on seeing this particular option there. Now the next operation is to check the content of the tar file. So for that we don't require C option, we have to use the option T. Okay, so T is the option which is used to get the content of the tar file, and rest V and F is the same option. So you can see here that how the timestamp, the permission, the size, everything is visible at what exactly at what particular time the file was there, which is it gets archived here, and everything is noted down here. So there is the advantage of having this particular tar file, that we can see the content of the tar file also without extracting it, just to make sure that suppose you are having the a tar file which is not having the proper name. So you can go there, you can see the content like this one and verify that yes, do I have the correct content out of this this particular tar file, or there are some other content or other tar files which you need to investigate. So these are the some parameters which you need to follow. Okay, and next thing is the extraction part. Now extraction part, you have to just use the X option here to extract, and it will be simply overwritten here. Now this extraction you can do it anywhere. You can copy this script.tar file to temp folder. You can go to the temp folder. If any folder is there, you can simply delete it, and you can extract it. So both script folder and the grafana.json file comes into the file system in the temp folder, and like this one you can do the extraction on any other server also, or on the same server also you can do it. So these are the three operations which you do on the tar file. Now the next command is the grep command. So the first 5 to 10 commands is very important, and you can say that Linux is incomplete without these commands. And these commands is not really used casually or something like that. It's a command which you will while you on the session, you will continuously keep on executing these commands. So these commands are very important. Just let me know if you're not able to understand any command. So I'll just repeat that particular thing again. So the next command is the grep command. Now grep command is very important command, because we know that while editing any file in the notepad, we have the option of finding it and then replacing it, and or to searching to have, there is option of find command where you can basically search for any content into the whole file. So similarly grep is also there. Now the task of grep is that if you are having some kind of string with you, any kind of, if you are having file, if you are having some content or anything with you, so or any command also. If you want to filter out some particular string or some occurrence of a string into the whole output or some file, so grep command is used for that particular purpose. Now grep command is used with combination of two things. First, it basically used into the content of file to grep something into the file system or some file or some folders, and second thing is to it will find out, it will filter out, it is also used as a filter to filter out the content of a particular output of a command or something like that. So let's try both. Now I went to this folder, I went to script folder, I open some file. So there is a keyword called CPU utilization. So I close it. I'll say that, let's see that where exactly this CPU utilization keyword is there in all these files. So what I have done is I have executed the command grep. Grep is the command space. What is the pattern you want to search? Single pattern, string pattern. So you can put it into double quotes. If tomorrow space is there, so it is mandatory that you put it into a double quotes, otherwise it will be the script will fail. So double quotes, the script the string parameter is there, and again, if you want to give some kind of single file, you can give that, or if you want to search in all the files into the current folder, you can do it like this one. So what happens is it basically searches for that particular pattern, that's where exactly this particular file resides, this particular string resides, and it basically tells us that okay, this is the file also, and this is the line where exactly this string is found out. So this is the advantage of grep, and this is the situation where I was able to know that yes, this is the folder in which I have the string. Now suppose, now basically grep is used to search the content where you don't need know that where exactly the file is there, in which particular folder the file is there. So in this in the scenarios like this one, we will use this grep command in a different manner. So what we'll do is, first of all, in Linux, the uppercase and the lowercase is very it's case sensitive operating system. So it's not like Windows, that where we basically don't have a case sensitivity, and uppercase and a lowercase, both parameter or string are different. So in if we have uppercase CPU utilization, then it will be totally different with the mixed case CPU utilization or the lowercase CPU utilization. So what we'll do is we will we'll see another option, that how we can bypass it. Okay, so if you suppose make a string like CPU, like capital CPU is there, so you can see that the red marks here, this red marks means that these are the patterns, or these are the strings in which the pattern which you are searching, it's matching. So if suppose tomorrow there is a pattern with the lowercase CPU, so you can see that it will not be visible here because you are searching for only uppercase. So there is an option called -I, which is there for ignore case. Okay, it's used for the ignore case, and you can simply hit enter. Okay, I don't have any. Okay, so just see the output here. Okay, so there is like 5 occurrence here, but here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so there is a 7 occurrence of of CPU here, because here the lowercase CPU is also visible to us right now, because this was not visible to me when I fired the last command, but yes, it's visible to me now. So lowercase CPU is visible to me and is showing me because I have used the option called -I ignore case. So ignore case is used to search for a particular particular for string when you don't know that what is the exactly case of that particular string in the configurations or in the file save. So this is all about searching a string into multiple files, and how to search it with the option of ignore case. Now there is another option, that suppose you don't know that what exactly the folder is there in which you want to search the file. So there can be a lot of folders here. Okay, I can, if there are multiple 20 folders here instead of script, So how to filter out that only script folder contains that particular content. So there is an option to search a content or the same content or whatever the command we are filing, but into a different with a extra parameter to make sure we are searching through overall folder structure, directory structure. So what we'll do is we'll execute the command grep -i. If it is only single string, you can do like this one. Here only the command will change. So we have to give an additional parameter with -i here, which is called r. Now this r is nothing but a parameter which is used to do a search recursively into the current folder. That if with the folder in which you are there in right now, you don't know that what particular folder, subfolder, or maybe 2-3 levels down the folder you have that particular file. So you will execute like grep -ir, capital R or the small r is the same, CPU, and then space dot. So what it will do is, you can see here the content that it basically started, or it basically search this particular content in all the files which is there in the current folder or into the subfolders. So it even searches that particular parameter in the script folder also, but there are certain files like grafana or json or bash_history which is there which is over there in this particular current folder. So it also searches into that particular directory here. So that is the advantage of searching this thing. Now if you search this thing in the whole suppose you go to cd root and you execute this command, so you see that it started even in the binaries. A lot of files is there in the operating system. Now we don't know that in the root folder that where exactly this file is there. Probably maybe some other code base or from somebody else. It's searching for that keyword, but it's trying to search in the whole operating system. So these are some files which is getting there, and the parameter which is being searching here. So it will search in the whole operating system, and it will take some time to execute the command. But we have seen that some of the file name we did not get because the content of the file was very huge. So in that scenario, what we'll use is we'll use the L option. Okay, now the L option will not show you that what exactly the content is matching in the file. It will give you a list of the files which is matching here with that particular string which you are searching. So it will give you only the list of the files which is in which the match is found, and it will not show you that what particular content it's matched. So that is a difference with the option called -l. -l means that it will only list down the files which is matched here over with this particular pattern. Okay, so this will also take so much time to so list down all the files in which the match is found. But if we remove the option called -i, so the searches will be very limited. Okay, and it will be a totally different search which is going on. Let's open any particular file. Okay, so this is the file which is having the content called CPU. Here is the CPU, and that is the reason why it was visible to us. So like this one, we have a lot of options, and pretty much this is the command which provides us this feature. Now the next command is the find command. Again, these find commands are something which is like it's an inbuilt command. We don't require any package installation or something like that. So grep command is also the internal command. Now find command, when we execute find command, what it does, it provides us all the files which is there in the current folder. Now this is again one of the benefit. We have this find command. Find command is basically used to find the files here. we know that in the last command, in the grep command, we use it for searching a particular file which is having that particular content. Now that is also a good command, and that is also the way to find out the files, but it will only show the files which is having that particular pattern in the content. So suppose if you want to search a file with the name something star.txt, or a txt file is there, but you don't know the name of the file. You know the extension, but you don't know the name of the file. So if you want to search in such a manner, grep command will not work, because grep command will only will search if we have any content to search in the file, or something like that, right? So for that purpose, if you want to search a file with the extension, or any kind of parameter in using we have to use the find command here. A find command promises us to transfer or provide us a list of files, which is basically provided to us in case that how exactly on a particular pattern we can search it, that yes, this is the files which we need to which is being found out in this particular file system, and we can basically accordingly we can utilize that. And we'll see also that how some commands like grep and all we can execute on the find with the association of find command. Now I executed only the single find command here. So what it done is it's provided me a list of files which is there in this folder. Okay, and even it searches out into the subfolders also. So folders and subfolders both, it found out that yes, these are the files which is there, and you can basically utilize this particular list of files. Now there are different parameters here. Now the first thing is that there is an extension of these find commands. Now how exactly we can use it? We can use like find, that is a basic command, and then dot, that I want to search in the current folder. So like that one I can go for like this one also, that find in the temp folder, or find into the slash folder, that is also available here. So as of now I'm doing it to the current folder, so I'm saying that find dot hyphen type, what kind of type of file or folder you want to search. So if you going for the file, you will say have file hyphen name. Okay, and then suppose if I wanted to search for a file called start.json, I don't know that where exactly this file is there. Yes, somebody is having some doubt or issue query. So suppose I want to search a particular file with the extension.json file, but I don't know that where exactly in which particular folder it's there. So this is a partial search that I am using a wildcard characters here, that any particular name of the file with the extension JSON file should be visible to me. Now this thing happens when you want to search a particular file, and you don't know that what particular file name it's there, because even if you know the path and the file name, definitely you can straightforward you can search for that particular file. But here the scenario is totally different. So now what I'll do is I'll execute this file. So what will happen is it will go on and search the file name into the current folder. Okay, whatever the current folder is having the file here, it will be visible to me. Okay, and the advantage of this one is that it will automatically search for the file, and it will provide it to me. Now if I give the exact name, okay, so again I have used the wildcard characters only, but yes, I have used that there should be a keyword, at least CPU, and after that whatever the string is there, I'm not worried about that. So it will search it on in the current folder. If it is not found out in the current folder, it will simply go for the subfolder, right? There was a JSON file also here, but what it does, it simply bypass it, because there is no CPU keyword over there, and simply went for the script folder cpu.json file. So this is the advantage we get with this particular find command. Now
hey Anuj, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So how do I know what are the folders which are available for me as soon as, once I launch my server, because I am unable to find anything where I can do the search or anything like that. Means I see you're giving a name at the end, which is Hasten, right? So how do I know what are the folders which are available for me to do the exact?
Okay, so no problem. So what I can do is I can go to a particular folder which will every operating system will have. So there is a folder called varlag. Okay, here all the log files of the operating system will be there. So I will showcase you using this one. So I can execute the find command here. Sorry. So there are a lot of log files here. So I can use the commands here: find -type f -name star.log. Okay, so what I did is this var log folder, every operating system, initial operating system will be there. So if you not created any files or any file with you, so var log is a folder where basically all the default files or initial files will be there. Okay, you can use this particular folder, and so what I have done is I have executed a command find out find into the current folder. I can also give the command like this one. In this case, you can fire this command into any folder from anywhere into the Linux operating system. You can execute this command and it will execute it in the varlog folder, and it will give you the complete path of the files. So that is the difference here. And also when you execute this command, what I'm doing is I'm searching for a file, okay, which is having the like a extension of .log. So that is the extension of log file. So we are searching for a log files here. It gives me the files from the current folder and the subfolders also. So that is coming because due to the find command. And also, see, if I have, suppose, suppose if I make like this one, that if I execute this command, this is also a log file, but there is a capital L in the log file. Okay, that is what, and that is the reason why it's not visible to me. Now we have the same I option here also to have a ignore case, because as I told you that in Linux we have case sensitivity, and in order to have the better results and better search, we have ignore case option in most of the commands. So when I did ignore case -i, so you can see here that this particular file is coming now. So it was not coming earlier, but now it's coming now. So it's having a capital L here, uppercase L. So that is the advantage of having using the -i here. Now there is an option that we can also do the similar kind of operations on the directory also, but in case of directory the command will change slightly.
Anuj, 1 second. So now, I do see that the root means at the rate Ubuntu has an extension called /var/log, right? How, like, have you logged in or have you made any changes to hit that as a default? Because on my screen, I am unable to have that extension. So, I'm just trying to understand that you logged into something, or what is it?
See, varlog, and in the varlog folder, actually this is the default folder where all the log files related to the operating system. Now there may be some log files which is which is not there with you because I have installed some packages and some processes are running, but log files like auth.log, alternatives.log, and dpkg.log and syslogs and last log, these logs will be definitely with you, because syslog is a file which is a master file, and it's a master log file, master operating system log file. Everything what you're doing into the Linux will be recorded over there.
Right, but when I'm executing root means at the rate means IP slash and the hound sign. I'm entering find /var /log space hyphen type f space hyphen name quotes .log, and then I'm closing it. And once I enter, I do not see any activity.
Do one thing, just remove the dot here and then try start and simply log. Remove the dot.
Okay. So log /type f hyphen name quotes log and close the quotes.
Yeah, star logs, because you are doing a pattern there.
Star log space after the hyphen? No, right?
No. Just this command.
Yeah, it is.
Have a highlight.
Yeah. So it says no such files. Okay.
No, see this thing. Just type one second.
Oh, okay.
I have written the command here like this one. Execute like this one.
Sure. Hang on. Yeah, it says find unknown predicate hyphen dot INMAE.
You are executing the same command which I have highlighted here?
Yes. I have done the same thing. Yeah. So the only difference between your screen and my screen is you have this before what you have actually highlighted. You see the /var/log hound sign. I do not have that. Apart from that, everything is the same. I mean, I executed the same thing.
Simply space.
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
I have just went to that particular directory like cd/var/log.
Okay, you linked it.
And then fired this command.
Okay, hang on. cd/var/log. Okay, and then I'm gonna fire that. Find dot yeah, how it is working.
Okay, so
so what is the thing that you did? CD /var
see CD is a command to change a directory, okay, and this CD command is used to go to that particular specific directory, any particular directory. Okay. So yeah. So this is the files, but yeah.
And you have listed like ls minus LARR. What was that? Hyphen LARR. Did not say that. What's that? And previously also
like ls my hyphen lart.
I'll explain you. I'll explain you. So ls is a command to say as list down all the files and folders here. Okay, that is a standard command. And
Yeah.
now ls hyphen l is a long listing command. Okay, which provides you additional parameters like what is the permission, what is the size, what is the owner of this particular folder or this file. Okay, what is the timestamp that last it's modified. Okay, and what is the whether it's a folder name or a file name. So this particular informations you will get here with the ls-l option. Now there is an option called a. Now the option a will give you all the hidden files also. So there are some certain hidden files like the file names with like starting with dot here. So you can see that there are two files here which is coming here as is a dot here, so that those are also visible as compared to the previous one. And there is the option called r. It will be visible to you in the case of reverse. You can see here that here the it's alphabetic order, but now it's a reverse alphabetic order. And the last one is it will show you in the case of a reverse order of the time here, because if you use only ls-lar, so it will reverse the list of the files and folders into on the basis of alphabets. But immediately when you use the t option, so it will reverse only in the case of timestamp. It means the older file will be shown in the top and the latest modified file will be shown in the bottom.
Oh, okay. And what is LARR?
LARR, maybe I have just mistakenly used R option twice, so there is no,
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so now if we want to search for the folders here, so what we'll do is we'll say find dot hyphen type D. Okay, that will give us the list of all the folders which we have here. Okay, and we can also use the same pattern of searches here also. Like suppose we have a subfolder here called cde conf. So let's search for a particular folder which is having conf here. So I can say that star conf. Okay, it gives me only one folder, and this is how I can filter out. I can also use this command in the root folder, that in the root folder just search for this folder. So you can see here that how in the different folders it searched this particular conf folder. Okay, and it gives me that particular part. Now if I don't know that whether I should have the capital C or lowercase c, so I have to use only the I option here. So it will now you can see here this particular folder, there is no capital C here, but here this capital C comes up. Okay, so that is the advantage of a find command. It can be used in both the cases, like for searching a file and for a folder only. Okay, and the search can be in slash indicates root, in which basically all the folders are there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we discuss all these folders, right? That what is the purpose of OPT, what is the purpose of other, and what is the purpose of home folder. Okay, what is the purpose of temp boot. So all these folders are there in this particular folder. So that's the reason why every folder path starts with the slash, because that first slash means the root file system and then the subsequent folder. Okay, if you already in slash, so what you have to do is you have to just simply say cd var, and the path will become like this one. So if you fire pwd command, so it will tell you that what is the present working directory. Okay, and you can simply go for cd log. So you can also use the full path, or you can also use the step by step you can go to the each folder.
And if you want to go back, it's dot or any other command is there?
Yeah, dot.
Okay.
cd dot. You can give multiple cd dot.
Okay.
Okay. Now there are certain extension of the find command. That this is the find command which we saw that yes, we can do it for the searching of file. Now suppose I did not give any pattern here or whatever the file I want to search here. Now I want to execute some command on this one. So there is an option called -exec, okay, which will basically help us to execute some command. So I'm saying that ls-lrt. I want to execute ls-lrt on all these files which is search over here. So the other way is that I can manually select this file name and I can execute one by one ls-lrt, and then I can get the output, right? That is what we have. But yeah, next, if I want to do it with the find command, if I want to combine it with the find command, so what I have to do is I have to use it with the -exec command. So I'll use that -exec ls-lrt, and then I have to use the curly brackets and \column. So this is the standard here, which will be used in any find command if we are using some exec command with that. So what will happen is whatever the file names it's searching in the current folder, it will execute that a command also on that particular file name. Okay, so you don't have to manually go and execute any ls-lrt on that each particular file. You can also execute the command like this one. You can check the file size of each file using this find command. So it's visible to you that each and every file which find command search it down here. So you have find out this particular size here. Now what is the advantage of this one? So we know that that this is the file name, it find out as the size also. So what is the advantage we are going to get from this one? Now this kind of task is created when you know that there is a 100% utilization of the file system, and the file system got full, 100% full. So in that particular scenario, if you want to search that which particular file is having that is consuming more size, or you can see here that there is a size in KB, that 192 KB is there, 576 KB is there. So like this one, there may be a file which is showing the size into the MB or GB. So without checking one by one each particular file or folder size, you can check the size of each file using this single one find command, and it will help you to find out that which particular file is having a huge size. So this is the advantage of using -exec command and find command, and it makes the things more easy, the administration task. Now suppose I want to search out that yes, I have this particular file system. I'm searching this this file here. Now the output of this file is pretty small, and I can search for a particular file which is there in MB. So I've seen that this is the file which is there in MB, and this is the file which is there in MB. So the files which I going to delete, in order to save some size or something like that, I have to delete these files with the MB or GB size, right? That is the criteria that how we do the housekeeping and cleaning of the operating system. So what I have to do is I have to use a combination of a command called find and grep command. So there is a mechanism, that now this commands is used very frequently in the scripting language and other Linux commands also. So it's a very important one. So there is an option here in Linux that we can filter out. I told you that, right? That there is another option also, a task of grep command also, that it's used for a filtration. So what we can do is we can basically use a pipe symbol here to the output of one command can be act as an input to another command. So I am using the pipe symbol here and then the grep command. Now what I'm doing is that the output of find command, I'm searching a particular keyword, not from a file this time. I'm searching from the output of the find command here. So I'm using the grep command to search a keyword from the find command, and that particular keyword it depends on me. So if I suppose I'm searching for a capital M, I know that this symbol comes at M when the file is MB or K, capital K. So these things remain in uppercase. MB, GB, and KB, all these things are in capital only. But if we don't know that what is the size or what is that particular keyword is there, or if it is a uppercase or if it is a lowercase, so in that scenario I can use the -i, as I told earlier also. So I can use the M option here, and then what will happen is it will filter out only those results which is having that particular string here. Okay, so you can see here that it shows me the lowercase m also, but if you show that yes, this m will always remain capital only, so you can give the capital M, and only the files which is with the size of MB will be listed down to you. So that is another example of how the multiple commands can be used in Linux to convert our output into a desired format. Now, if tomorrow there is a file system in which the files are with GB, so you can use the G here, and if those files are listed onto you, you can delete it. Now, these commands we regularly used into the folders which is having some high-end logs, or the folders which is in which there are a lot of logs is there for the application, and we want to simply cut short of the size by deleting those particular log files. So this command pretty much works there on this particular task.
Can you explain that du minus hs? What's that?
It will come later also. These commands are there in the whole document.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As of now, just understand this is the command to check the size of the file. But in detail, I will explain you later also.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, there can be other ways of. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
So there can be other ways of searching it, like for any given size. We can also search with find backslash that size and say it's a 50M or gig or whatever it is. I mean, you have done the grep or whatever and or option. I mean, there can be many possibilities of
there is the option. There is the option is there, but right now I'm just trying to explain that this is not about only the size. This is just one of a scenario that where we can use the multiple commands. Okay, but I'll surely show you that what is another option is there, which is to search on the size also. But this is not about the size only. I'm just showing you with the example because I'm not able to replicate other scenarios. This is what when suppose you have find it out, you have executed the find command, and there are a lot of searches out of that, right? So in order to filter out the search, like suppose you have searched on the file name, and you want to see that only the files which is related to chef or which is related to any particular keyword is visible to me. So in that particular scenario, you will execute the grep command on top of that, because there is no such we have that particular option to use the hyphen name and then the pattern. Okay, so that is the best option to do it, and easy way also. But I'm just showing you that how the output of one command can be filtered out again for kind of filtration with a command called grep.
Yeah, I understand that piece. Yeah, but there can be different multiple search criteria, so it can be and
yes,
or
yes,
like yeah.
There are different search criteria is there, and also the way I executed this command with the grep command, this particular scenario will be replicated in all other commands also, like we have ps command to check the processes and all, which is coming further. So there are a lot of commands in which so I just showed you so that you should have a base for those commands.
So the keyword is we have to, whenever we are using the find, so we have to make sure either it will be type F, which will be for file, or type D, which is for directory.
Exactly. So if it is not about if you don't want to give it this the criteria that in which you want to search, so you can simply execute without hyphen type, because hyphen type is something which will tell us that it is surely a particular file or a folder only. When you remove that hyphen type, it will show you for both the files and folders. See, this is a folder.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so that is the option. Now there are a couple of options, more options also to do the similar task in a different manner. Okay, so there is a it's a different command altogether. We're going to discuss later also, but I'm just showing it with the combination of find command. So there is a different option that I use the -exec command to execute a particular command or whatever, but I can also use a command called exarchs. Okay, and in which I can combine it works. I can execute the similar kind of task using the exarchs also, that whatever the task I'm doing with the -exec. So there is also one of the example that suppose if I want to make a tar file of these files, what are the tar files, log files listed on to me, I want to take a backup of that and then I want to delete it. So I can say -cvf/temp logs.tar. So what will happen is it will basically create a a log.tar file here, and I can also now in this particular command I did not give the folder or whatever the file name which I want to archive, because those particular file and file content was visible, was taken from the output of the find command. So this pipe command is basically very important thing. Okay, there is no it's not a specifically command, so it will not come in the further topics, but this command is very much important because this basically helps us to transfer the output of one command to as an input to the other command. So that is the reason why the tar command takes the input from the output of this particular find command, and it basically gives us a log file, log.tar file, which is having the content of all these files here. Okay, now suppose any other options. So what I have done is, okay, so I have done that. There are multiple criterias in this particular command. So first one is I am finding the files in the current folder. The format of the object should be a file, not folder. File should be the object, and then the name of that particular file should be star.log, whatever the log file name, doesn't matter. Okay, and what is the size? Size is below 100 KB. So minus means that below 100 KB the size should be there. Okay, and if I want to if I want to search below 100 KB files, or if I want to search above 100 KB files, so I have to use the minus and plus accordingly. And you can see here that all the files here, it's below 100 KB, and if I change my criteria to plus 100, so all the files which is there above 100 KB, it's visible to me. If I give it like above 1000, okay, the files which is there in the MB, it will be visible to me. So these are the some criteria that which helps us to find out that the same thing that on the basis of size also. Okay, so here exactly we can work on the in the size command, and in the single find class find command itself, you can find out a lot of parameters here, and it will be basically visible to me. Okay, so it is based on the size, and we can basically find out the file which is above 1 MB, and it will be visible to us. Okay, so this is the scenario in which how we basically work for a different file system here. can go to anyone, any temp folder is there, and I have some pretty much files here, so I can search for 10 MB. So there is no file over here with the 10 MB here. I can say plus 1 MB. I can say minus. Sorry. So I have to remove the criteria of logs here because no log files are there. So here it's showing me that there is a file which is above 100 KB and that is of 1.4 MB, and I can similarly search for 100 MB, but there is no file that. So I can say expand my criteria to /root, and I don't see any file over there also because it's a new system. So let's try for directly. So again, there is no directory there which is having combinedly a size of 100 MB. So depending on the size which we want to search, and it will basically show us the size of that particular folder, so which is of that particular size. So minus means that if the size is minimum to that particular criteria, it will show you. If it is above that particular criteria, it will also show you with a plus symbol. So these are the options which we use with the find command.
Even if we don't add the xarg utility, it should still give the output what we require. I mean, I wasn't sure even if you don't input in the xarg the du-ss, I mean, will it make a difference?
Let me show you. If I execute like this one, okay, it's just giving me the file name. That is the functionality of a find command. It just gives me the function file name, nothing else. I want to have a double assurance that whatever the file name is coming to me, whether they are correct or not. So to you make sure, what you have to do is you have to manually check the duf-hs. You have to manually check like this one, right? You have to manually give the file name one by one, and then you will go there. Okay, this is 6020, and then you will use some other files name, and slowly like this one, you will find out that size, right? But the advantage of xarg is that see, the thing is that the more and more complex commands you will use, it will basically keep on giving you a better solution. Okay, so it's evident that in Linux it's not like a single command will give you the complete output. Multiple commands will make sure that you get the correct output. That is where I also use the grep command. We will be using this grep command in further more commands also. So these commands are basically making sure that yes, we are doing we are getting the results in the right manner. Okay, so next command is the SSH command. Now this particular command is used to connect to that particular remote server or any particular server to server communication you can do with the SSH. In a by default command. Now this particular command I will explain you as of now with a single server. This particular SSH command or SSH tool is used only in Jenkins and Ansible topic. So I will explain you there that how exactly we can create the complete SSH connectivity with the keys creation and the SSH command works. So I will explain. There is a proper functionality in Ansible because Ansible we will be doing the configuration management tool called Ansible, and Ansible is having the capability to do the changes over the SSH. So we have the complete SSH understanding and the configuration over there because the base of Ansible is SSH, and the similar thing will be there in the in Jenkins also, where we will be doing the automation on development, deployment, and build side. So all those options will be there. So the next command is the set command. Now set command is called as a string processing script, okay, command, and it's also a inbuilt command. There is no it's all part of a Linux only, and this particular command is works as a so we find out that find is a file and folder searching for command. Grep is a pattern searching, or it's a replication of a find option which we have in Notepad. But set command is a find and replace option in the Linux operating system. So here we basically search for a string, okay, a particular pattern which we are searching, and the same pattern will be replaced by another string or a particular counter string, and it will be written changed into the same file. So set command also is very much used in the scripting, okay, and because in shell scripting, when you're doing some kind of processing, when you're playing with the output of a command and then getting some things out of that, so in that scenario set command is pretty much used into the into the shell scripting here. So it's a very important command. So let's see that how it works. Now let's see that if we have some option here. Also I'll show you that how this set commands is used in extension to the find command. Okay, so I'll show you that. Now let's see for CPU keyword here. Okay, there is a capital CPU keyword in this particular log file. Okay, so what we will be doing is we will be basically replacing it with a something else. Okay, some extra parameter. So I have this pattern in the syslog. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so it's there in the syslog, so I find out there. Now I want to replace I know that this particular file specifically have this file keyword, so I will execute the command called sed, okay, colon s start. It means that start the pattern which you want to search or which you want to replace. So I want to replace CPU. What to be replaced is I want to replace CPU with @CPU. Okay, and the pipe will be closed and G will be the ending parameter. So the pattern, the first thing is the syntax is like S is the start of the pattern, and then the pattern CPU which you want to replace, and the whole CPU keyword will be replaced by @CPU, and then you are closing with the G here and the colon closed. Now you can use here star also. You can use whatever the file name star.log also, or you can simply give the exact file name called syslog. Okay, so what will happen is, let's search for keyword CPU. So you see that the CPU keyword is replaced with the CPU here @CPU. Okay, that is the set command. Now this command will only change the content of the file, and it will show to you. But if you search for the syslog CPU, the file content is not changed because you have not used an option called -i. So here -i means that you have to interactively change the content of the file. So what it will do is it will change the content of file, and once it is done, so again if you do CPU, it will be replaced in the file directly. So if you don't use -i, the content of file will not be replaced, but if you use -i, the content of CPU will be replaced with @CPU. Right? Now this is the thing. Now what is happening is, if I don't know the file name, okay, if I don't know that which is the file name, and if I want to replace the content in multiple files, like in some folders there are 20-30 files, and multiple files is there, and in file system I don't know, I want to make sure that each and every file should be replaced thoroughly. I don't have to worry about that. So what you will do is you will do a find command. I know I have executed the command like this one in the logs, and it gives me some log files, and on this log files which is listed onto me, I want to execute the set command. So what I will do is I will do -exec sed -i -s CPU cpu-g. Now I did not give the file name on which I want to execute the set command, because that particular part will be taken care by find command, because find command is giving a list of files on which I am executing this command. So I can use exargs also here, so that is also I can use. So I am executing like this one. So what will happen is I will again go here and search for this grep here. So you can see that there is like at the rate CPU is replaced here, but other files is also replaced here. Sorry, because this log is something which is not having .log, so I have to just give start log. So if I do again CPU grep here after this command, so what will happen is 2 times @ comes in. So it means that without giving any file name in the find command, I have executed this set command, and this can be used with the multiple commands. If I have 100 command, 100 files, 200 files, I cannot run the set command manually. So and also if it is in the subfolders, 2-3 subfolders are there, again I cannot run it manually. So find command will make sure that yes, all the files which is there in the current folder or in the subsequent subfolders, it will be thoroughly changed. So this is the advantage of set command, and it can be used with the combination of a find command also, and it can be used individually also.
What is G in that set command?
It's just a alphabet to represent that it's the end of the pattern here. So S is the starting parameter.
Oh, okay.
Which represents that the first parameter which you define here is the pattern which you want to search, and the second parameter, it's basically the pattern which you basically want to replace, and G is the ending parameter, which basically says that okay, both the searching parameter and the replacement parameter both are already provided.
Okay.
Just a ending flag. Okay, it's there, ending flag.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the set command. So similarly, there are so many commands like this one, like the next command awk is there. Now this awk command is nothing but again the similar text processing commands and again this awk command is something which is already inbuilt of operating system. So we also say as there is a separate programming called awk programming, because awk basically uses this capability of C code. It is basically you can write a C code also in the awk programming. So we can see that how the awk command works. Now I executed one command ls-lrt, and I know that with the command ls I can get all the file names here, all file folders name, whatever I can get in the short form here. But if I want to execute, if I want to get into a serial order like this one, if I want to get the output like this one, that all the file names should be visible to me. So how you will do that? So in order to do that, you will fire the ls-lrt command. Okay, as I told you that this particular thing, some commands you can do execute in the combination of that also. So if you want to use the awk command, you can also use it similarly, like the same command can be used on the file also, directly file also, or it can be used into the it can be used with a combination of pipe also. So suppose I have written a file. This redirector makes sure that whatever the file I'm executing will go to that particular file. Okay, if the file is already present, it will be overwritten to that one. If the file is not present, it will be simply created. So the file was not there earlier, so it will simply created. So the content of file will be the output of that command which I fired. Now I can execute awk command. Sorry. So this is the syntax, that what exactly I want to do. Awk is the command. Okay, then I'm starting the codes, and then I'm just saying that print. print the content of this particular file. So what will happen is it will particularly read this the content of the file line by line, and it will simply print it on over the console here. So that is the one of the implementation here. Now, second command, if suppose I want to extract only this file name, I want to extract, or this first column only I want to extract. So how to do that? So for that particular option, I'll use the $1, $2, $3 combinations. Now what happens is $1, $2, $3 represents that which particular column you want to extract, right? So here what happens is the first here in Linux, the columns are decided in the basis of tab or the space here. So the default delimiter in every command or any file in Linux will be considered as space or the tab here. Now in this case, there are certain there is like in some gaps are space and some gaps are tab here. So by default, if I use $1, okay, I will be able to get the content here. I like this one. If I do $2, I will be able to get the second column of the file, and if I use $3, I will be able to get the third column. Okay, so like this one, you can get each and every column here. Now suppose this is the content and this is the command, okay, and I want to convert that all this, instead of this space, it should have a comma here. Okay, right, all this space. Right now the command is showing me the output in the format of a proper tabs and in a proper tabular manner, and a bit in a particular bit spacing is there, and it could looks fine to me, right? But in order to have, like, I want to process it using some Java tool or something like that, where it has to be a CSV file. So I believe everybody knows that what exactly is CSV file, right? It's a comma separated file values. So it means that we have like parameters like a comma b comma c, like that, and with any programming language you can basically use that you can basically filter out the content. So in order to convert a normal output to a particular comma separated values, so how we can do it with the awk command. So this is what ideally awk command meant to be, to transform us string, a particular string, into a different format. So here I'm transferring a particular space formatted string into a comma separated values. So in order to that, it can be processed by any other application or something like that. So for that particular purpose, what we'll do is we'll say now we will execute the awk command on the ls-lrt. So earlier we executed the awk command on this file, but now I'm using awk command on the command here. So the output of the ls-lrt, on top of that output of ls-lrt, I'm executing the awk command. So it will also give me the same output. So if I say $1, it will also give me the same output. Now I can give like this one. Okay, so what it did is it basically combined all the columns and it eliminated all the rows spaces here, but it does not looks fine to me because it became a single string here. So what I will do is I'll put the I will either put a space or I will either put a comma here as a separator. Okay, so you can see that the space is simply replaced with the space here, and with the space with the comma here, you can basically check out at what exactly is the difference between the earlier output and the current output. So this is the basic occurrence, that how you can differentiate between the different output here, and how exactly the comma separated values actually works. So this is the mechanism here. Now suppose in the whole ls-lrt command, there is a requirement that you require only the size and the timestamp and the file name. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 columns you don't require. First 4 columns you don't require. So in that particular scenario, what you will do is you will remove this $1, $2, $3, $4, and you will simply proceed with 5, 6, and 7. So what will happen is the size comes in, the timestamp comes in, and the file name comes in. So in order to you don't want to have a comma separated, you want to have like a tab here. Okay, you don't want that there should be a comma separated, so /tab is for the tab. Okay, so what will happen is it will immediately gives you a proper description or a space or a tab based output here. So you will not be having the comma separated here, but yes, now the whole output is shrunk to 4 parameters only. The unwanted parameters like permissions, username, password, the owner, and the group details are gone now. So it's only now the data is only purely having of the size and the timestamp and the file name. So this is how we can filter out the output into a certain way, and you can use this particular command either for the text processing. And this is just an example I have shown you. Suppose if tomorrow you get some file in which some data is there in the terms of comma separated. So with the awk command, you can easily get any particular column, you can process it, and again you can simply replace that particular column also. So that is the advantage here of using the awk command. Okay, and there is one more implementation that where we get a particular string here. Now suppose this is the present working directory. So in order to get, suppose this is a particular variable, and this is having /var/log, and I want to get the last particular suppose second log parameter here. So what I'll do is I'll execute the awk command here. This is used when in the scripting language you require a particular log file, a file name from the complete path here. So somehow with the current, with any command, you get the complete path or the full path of the log file or any file, but you want to only get the file name out of that particular complete path. So here I have a complete path called var/log. Okay, I want to get only the log name here. So what I will do is I have executed the awk command here like this one, but it did not give me the /var. It did not give me the log here. So I put the $2, but again it did not give me. Why? Because here the delimiter or the separator is not tab, which is the default one. Here we have a custom separator, so we have to specify that what is the parameter which space parameter or the separated parameters we have. So in case of CSV, we'll put comma. Okay, in case of right now we have a separator called slash, which is representing the difference between what the path, and this is how it will show me, and like $3 will be the log one. Okay, so this is how the custom separator and the default separator works, and this is the same way that we used to process mostly the CSV files and any file name I want to process. So these kind of scenarios will use the awk command for that particular purpose. Okay, yeah, 6 commands only done. So next is the VI command. We'll do it tomorrow because there are a lot of steps there. So that's it for today. So any doubts for any doubts in any command? Ideally, once you practice these commands, then only you will get more and more doubts out of this.
Yeah, so Anuj, I mean, I had a question.
Yeah.
Right. So we need to practice it, but I am kind of not sure how I'm going to do it because I do have the commands here, but I don't know what are the directories are there, what are the logs are there, how can I create a folder and what has to be the output and what has to be input. Means I'm really sorry. I'm absolutely new to this.
Right now.
So
right now in the whole topic today, I used only the existing directories and files.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just a directory files there. There are certain files like mkdir, okay, vi commands, like tomorrow vi commands is there, which we will see that how to create a files and how to create the directories. So don't worry about that. Right now, I worked into this particular directory called varlog. Okay, if you follow whatever the commands I executed through the video, you will surely get an output. If any command is you are not getting any output, okay, there is a discussion board in the ZaranTech portal there. You can put your query over there. I will get notified to that, and I can simply change that. I can reply to that, or in tomorrow your session you can surely get back to that particular commands here. Okay,
sure.
The first 3-4 days is for Linux commands and scripting only, because that is what we feel that it's a basic. So don't worry, we are starting with the basic only. So these things, by the end of these commands and shell scripting, you will be ready to create files, folder. You will be able to understand that how these things works. But if you closely follow the commands which I have executed, because those were I have executed, maybe 1 or 2 files or folders are coming due to some package I have installed or some process is running. But mostly the files like syslog and all, these are the default logs.
Okay. So.
And what is the use of echo here? If you give the direct command like pwd, it displays the present working directory, right? Why are you using echo here?
Echo command, this I'll show you in the scripting also. So echo command is used like this one. If I execute Anuj, it will say that command not found. But if I want to print some screen like printf or print is there, right? So echo is something which I want to print. So $pwd is because I print some variable. So variable and all, I'll explain you later that what exactly is the echo with the variables and all.
Okay.
So just to clarify, pwd is a system variable.
Yes, it's a system variable, and pwd is a command to execute the to check in which particular folder you are in. In the latest operating systems, nowadays we don't feel any requirement for pwd, but because already the path is specified to us. But yes, when you go deep down, like 20-30 folders down the subfolders, so by the time you will not be seeing this particular full path in this in the shell prompt itself. So at that times when the paths are longer and you don't you need the full path here, so that time you will execute the pwd. But the old operating system like Ubuntu 10, 12 or Solaris or other operating systems, they require pwd, because they here with the shell prompt only the immediate folder like log folder only will be visible to you. So the complete path will not be visible in some of the operating system. So at that times you need to execute pwd command. Okay, so there are a lot of commands which we will be doing like in other topics also, subsequent topics also. So you will every command you will feel that slowly and slowly you will get hold of that, because there is no limitation or there is no defined that we can make sure that this is the only command in Linux. There are a lot of commands is there, but slowly we keep on working on the next topic, so you will get hold of this. Yeah, thanks everyone.